Wrapping things up here from Red Bull Arena, Toronto FC falls here tonight, 3-0 to the New York Red Bulls. The USL match just getting underway behind me, New York's minor league affiliate taking on the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. TFC though, a tough night going without Michael Bradley, who's away with the United States at the Copa Centenario, and Jozy Altidore of course injured, and then we watch as Giovinco hobbles off midway through the first half with an adductor injury. We're told that's not too serious. Greg Vanney told the Toronto Sun post-game that he thinks it's more of a precaution. He might miss the two upcoming Cup games against Montreal, but it looks like Giovinco has avoided serious injury despite coming off early here tonight. As for the game, TFC concedes early, and without so many experienced players, they really never found a way back into the match. Bradley Wright Phillips completes his hat trick, the fastest hat trick from the start of a game in MLS history, midway through the first half, and it just wasn't good enough. And if anything, it just shows you that TFC's depth probably isn't good enough to compete in this league. That said, Greg Vanney said post-game that we've put all of our eggs and we've spent a large portion of our salary cap on our three big players, and they are three of the best players in the league, in Giovinco, Altidore, and Michael Bradley. And I asked him, can you win without those three players in the lineup? He laughed, said he'd like to think that these games aren't a foregone conclusion if those players aren't in the lineup, but that it's going to be difficult to score goals. Giovinco, you'll remember, has been a part in all but one of TFC's goals this season, meaning that he's either scored or assisted on every goal TFC has scored, minus one, which was recent. So it's back to the drawing board. Luckily for TFC, they head into the international break with a 4-5-4 record. Luckily for them, though, they might not actually go without Giovinco or Michael Bradley for another MLS game. They'll face the LA Galaxy on June 18th. They could have Michael Bradley back by then, assuming the United States doesn't advance at the Copa Centenario. And Giovinco, if indeed his injury is not serious, he should be back in time for that game. Jozy Altidore, of course, out until July. Greg Vanney did say post-game that they're working on bringing in a bit of depth. It's no secret that a certain Canadian international has been in training with TFC for a while now. I expect something to be done on that front in the coming weeks or as soon as possible. They're working through a few transfer items. It's difficult because of the circumstances the player left his former club in, but I expect TFC to sign some attacking depth in the near future. As for TFC right now, heading into the international break, they're behind where they wanted to be at this point, 4-5-4. Not where fans expect them to be, but at the same time, if they do get their full lineup, if they do have their best 11, they're without a doubt one of the best teams, if not the best team in the Eastern Conference. The problem in this league is that you rarely have all of your best 11 players. So TFC is going to have to work through that. If they can get healthy, they're going to be good down the stretch. We've seen it. They played well against Dallas 3 weeks ago, but here tonight, without the three DPs and without Tsubasa Endo, they just didn't have anywhere near enough quality to get it done. TFC falls here 3-0 to the New York Red Bulls. They won't return to MLS action until June 18th. They'll play a Cup game, though, against Montreal at BMO Field Wednesday night. We'll be there. The Toronto Sun will be there, and then we'll also be covering the Euros start to finish in June. I'll be over in France. We'll check you out Wednesday. The Toronto Sun. I'm Kurt Larson.